So it's the time of year that everyone seems to be looking back. You know, even though 2019 isn't technically over for like another month, but you know, whatever. 2019 has been a really bizarre year for me on YouTube, and honestly in real life as well. So this video is just going to be a bit of a rewind.
It's rewind time!
And we'll see what made it so weird. I'm probably going to format this in like a bullet point kind of thing. I don't know why. I just think that's the best way. So for me, 2019 started out when I was on Christmas break between my first and second semesters in college. And I decided to start learning how to create GFX art at this point. I also decided to just quit live streaming and return to making videos. And by that I mean quit exclusively live streaming, not quit live streaming altogether. So I started with some Let's Play videos, SMPs particularly. It didn't work out. So I started making GFX speed arts. And when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to learn how to use Cinema 4D and Photoshop a bit better. I also just wanted to help other people and other small creators. So I practiced on those people who applied, and then once I was more confident in my abilities, I made one for myself. I also started up a podcast called The Little Guy Podcast, where I would interview smaller content creators and try to get their stories. It didn't work out. But it might come back, I don't know. So the end of this era wasn't exactly abrupt. I'm not sure how to put it except like this, because someone about a week ago messaged me on Discord asking about why I ended it, mainly like the GFX start stuff, and this is what I told him. I told him it quickly got too demanding for one person. I tried setting up a shop to sell them for a couple bucks, but Selfie didn't want to work, so I gave up. Then he asked me, were they begging or being annoying, or is it something else? Do you know specifically what's wrong with Selfie? So I answered. Part of it was the begging, yeah. Up until recently, I was constantly getting people asking for free GFX. Also, I was trying to create at least one a day, so that I could upload a daily speed art. It eventually became a burden more than it was fun. And at the end of the run, about 50 banners, I had an additional 50 plus orders in the queue, and some of those have been waiting months. I'd reached a point too where I'd make a banner and then send it to the person, only for them to respond with, I changed my name or I changed my skin. As for Selfie, I think the problem is that me and Kat were using an old account that was created for free, and Selfie's new policy was sort of a thing where you'd have to go and buy a subscription to sell. So people would buy, but it would be instantly refunded. And I just didn't care enough to try and fix it, since my motivation was pretty much down the drain at that point. And that was about that. That was the end of the era. I was also starting to miss making actual normal videos, and then from then on, phase 2 begins. There is a little crossover here with the GFX art stuff, but overall it's distinguishable. I needed a trailer for my new start, so I made an Avengers Endgame parody. It was fun. Then I scrapped up an old idea I had, and I made an unnecessary censorship video for JamestheDouglas, and it was fun. Then for a while I couldn't think of what to make. I made a Bed Wars video, but it didn't feel right. I made a Rubik's Cube video, but it didn't feel right. Then I started the hardcore Let's Play once again, Season 3. And that was fun. And it felt right. I learned of a game called Cube World, and I started making videos about it. It was fun, and it got insane views for my channel. So I ended up making 2 videos for it, and both of them did very well.
Let's clear it. What
No
for?
balls.
Oh
No
no,
balls.
no, we have no balls. I have no balls.
I have cubes.
Uncle.
And during this time, I hit 300 subscribers. So to celebrate that, I went through each and every video I ever made, and I took 1 second out of it and compiled it into a cool special. I tried making some one-of videos with some friends and some solo videos, and it didn't feel too right, but it didn't feel too wrong, but I ended up giving it up anyway. I continued with some occasional live streams and hardcore series stuff until a big change happened that leads into phase 3. I got a new computer. An Intel Core i7 9700F processor and a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Ti graphics card with 16GB of RAM, and I could list the specs, but it's boring. Basically, it was a beast, and I loved it. So then, it was time for a special video. We're a little bit smoother than we usually are. Over the course of 3 seasons of hardcore, I finally reached 100 total episodes, so I made it. It didn't feel perfect, but I released it anyway, and I moved on. I tried a challenge where I would attempt to beat the game with only 1 heart, so this will be attempt number 1. It didn't work out. And then a new SMP began, one with genuine promise and one which would become the focus of the channel, Flatlands Season 2. And I love this world. I created episode after episode, loving the progress. I created 6 episodes in just a few weeks, waiting to upload since it was a group project, and I couldn't upload until KateCore had uploaded the first few episodes of that. But finally, it was up, and I started to release those episodes I made. And by the way, that was like my main world for a good month. Then Jevin hosted a contest on the Hermitcraft server, and I'm a big fan of Hermitcraft. It was a build-a-shop thing, so if we made a shop, he just might make it on the server. I made a submission, and so far, only 2 of the 3 winners that are supposed to have been announced have been chosen, so I still stand a chance, maybe? But then, perhaps, the most horrible thing that could have happened, happened. The blue screen of death. Then hardware failure. And then I just lost everything. My news PC, my plans, it was all gone. The hardcore world was gone. 4 unreleased episodes of Flatlands were gone. My PC was gone. For a few weeks anyway. You know, I did have a warranty, so I sent it in. And it came back a couple weeks later. I played it for a day, realizing what was lost, and doing my best to recover some things, and then blue screen. I sent it in again. Maybe they'll fix it this time. In the meantime, nostalgia overload, okay? Nostalgia overload. A game I played as a kid, Clone Wars Adventures, had been shut down in 2014. I discovered that there's an emulator in the works called Clone Wars Adventures Emulator. Nicely named there. And just, holy crap. I need to see this to completion. So, I began to learn how to develop games because I need this in my life and I want to help however possible. So I started to learn how to use Unity and code and program using how to learn and program C#, which is a programming language. I cannot say this line. It's back! The PC is back, finally. Wait. What? No, God, no. It's still broken. This is fine. All fine here. I got my mom to yell at iBuyPower because she's good at that, and they promised to get me a rebuild, and that should fix it. And here we are now. Still waiting for that computer, and still learning how to make good video games, I guess. I know exactly what I want to do for the channel now. At least, if anything, that's what this year's told me. And, you know, I can't really do any of that right now because the computer is gone. And I blew $1,000 on that thing. But I know, right? Figures. I finally get an idea of what I want to push forward in the channel, and I lose the computer due to it. But thanks for watching my year in review, I guess. It's really been my most bizarre year yet. So,
That's pliers.
cheers to another year.
Those are pliers.
And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.
My bad. Okay. I know this. Anxiety.